Hey everybody, it's a crafty crocheter back for another video with Kid. He's really clingy tonight, so he might not leave. I'm just gonna have to deal. So this video is going to go over my cuddler. I'm not gonna make one with you, but I am going to explain how I make my cuddlers, which is a lot different than, oh yeah, just take up the whole desk, Kid, that's fine. He literally is. You can go over there and lay down, honey. Okay. So, basically my cuddlers are 2 flat panels sewn together, and some I put with arms and legs, and some I do not. I will get 2 examples, and I will show you. If I can find them. Okay, sorry about that. Can't imagine where my other cuddler is. But anyway, this is one of them. He does not have any legs or arms. I did put a pocket on the back of this one. So this is what I'm going to be kind of showing you today. He'd be much more comfortable laying on a desk or on a bed or out in the hallway. But anyway, so I made the front panel. I did 21 chains and then single crochet and the second one from the hook all the way across. And then I just did 20 single crochets back and forth. For these, I use a 5mm hook. And for the pocket, I'm not sure how many I did. I might have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I did 10 chains, and then I single crochet in the second chain from the hook all the way across and just did back and forth. And then I sewed the pocket onto the back panel, and then I sewed them together. Now I'm glad I have this one not finished. So this is going to be another one. It has brown eyes, I think. That is the back. My bad. This is the front. It has brown eyes. And this is what I'm doing with my safety eyes now. I saw on, it was either Facebook or Instagram, where a lady, it was a lady, who melted the back of her safety eyes and then pushed them flat, like I have here. My grandparents smoke, so I took one. They liked the little tiny lighters. I took one of their little lighters. I told my grandma about it, and this is how I'm doing my safety eyes now. I am melting the plastic, and then I am using, I should have brought it over, but I didn't. So you want me to go get it to show you what I use? I'll show you. Okay, I don't have it over here. But what I did was I took a fork that didn't work. It was, the prongs were like all bent and stuff. It was no good. So I took it and I kept bending the prongs, the whatever you call the part where you eat from. I took that off of the handle. I just kept bending it back and forth until it finally snapped. So I use the handle of the fork and I hold the lighter onto the post of the safety eye, and then I use the handle of it. Once I get it hot and it starts sizzling and stuff, then I turn the lighter off, blow the flame off of the back, and then well, you know how you put safety eyes on, you put the eye through, then you put the back on. This is after all of that. So as you can see, it is flush, and there's no post sticking out. Now, I don't want to say that this is safety-wise for children. I don't know. I don't have little kids in my family. I do, but they're not around. The two youngest ones, they live all the way over in Ohio. But I do know that this is pretty secure, And when I was making this one, I wanted it a little thicker, as you can see. But I'm not worried about like the back of the post like sticking out of the back of your project when they squeeze it and hug it and stuff. I'm not worried about that now that I do this. So I just wanted to let you know that. So this is Red Heart with Love Renaissance. I realized I don't think they make this color anymore, but I love like how it zigzagged kinda. So this is the front panel. I still have to add a mouth to it. I still have to add cheeks to it. Just laying here sleeping. And I started the back panel. I'm just single crocheting away. So like I was saying, I usually do 21 across. Well, technically it's only 20 across. And I do it for single crochet back and forth for 26 rows. Not including the chain row. I don't count that row. So, this one, I think is only 24 rows. So I will make the back panel 24 rows. And on the front panel, I leave an extra long tail. Because I was sewing one of these together and I almost came up a little short with how long my sewing string was. So from now on, here's my kid. From now on, I leave, like, if I don't think it's enough, I just add a little bit extra. That's the reason why it's a mile long. See, this is just because I don't want to have an accident where I don't have enough to sew it together. So, and then the pocket, I'm gonna make a little bit wider than this one. This one's only 9 stitches across, I might make one that's like 12 or 13 stitches across. So that's my little cuddler. Like I said, that one still needs a mouth and it still needs its cheeks. I don't think I'm gonna make arms and legs for this one, but I just wanted to come on and tell you about it, how I make my cuddlers. I am trying something new with the arms. So for my other one, the yellow and blue one, which I cannot find, and that is driving me nuts. I have no idea where it could be. I had it in that cart, and then when I put all my stuff away, I put it in the bag and I can't find it. I have no idea where it is. So I'm trying different things. I'm trying something different with my arms and my legs. So the first one that I did, maybe I'll be able to show you. I'm just gonna use some scrap yarn that I have laying over here. Can you like move, kid? Move your butt. Come on. Okay. So I'm gonna bend you down so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I will rip this out, but I just want to show you what I'm doing. So you want to put a slip knot on your hook. And for my arms, I do about 10. 1, chain 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So then I single crochet in the second chain from hook all the way across. And my bed's a mess and he's going to get down now, so. Okay, so I single crochet all the way across. In my last stitch, which is the one right next to the slip knot, I am going to put 4 single crochets. And basically all of that does is just turn the corner. Make sure I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I am going to single crochet all the way down the length of the chain again. You hear him? He's getting a drink. So I thought, okay, this will work. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and I'm going to turn. Now I chained 10, remember, for my arms. So I'm going to make 2 of these if this was the color that I was going to make my arms. I would make 2 the same way, but we're not done yet. So then I single crochet. You turned your work. You chained 1 and turned your work. Now I am going to chain up, or single crochet all the way until I reach where I would chain up 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically, you only be doing 8. So you have to. So when you get up here, 8. You remember we did the chain 4 for the corner? Now we are going to put 2 single crochets in the next 4 stitches. So that increases our corner to 8. So we increased to 8, and then we're going to single crochet the rest of the way down. Okay, so I'm at my end. I'm going to, do your single crochet. And I'm going to leave a long tail for sewing, and I will explain why. So, you're going to fasten off. I left a pretty long tail because, as you know, I'm a little scared. Get one of your small needles. This one's a little dirty. Get one of your small needles. thread it. I can never get this one the first try when I'm doing a video. I still can't get it. Okay, so I threaded my needle. You know, it's probably a little longer than I wanted it to, but it's fine. So now I'm going to fold my arm in half like this. So when you made it, it was a flat piece. Now I'm going to fold it in half. And what I'm going to do is I am going to whip stitch the two sides together, just like I'm doing. And you want to kind of line them up when you're working. You want to line up your stitches. Don't worry about that tail. I crocheted over my tail when I was doing it back and forth. And you don't want to pull too tight, because if you do, this is what's going to happen. See, it's starting to curl? You don't really want that. You just want it to be straight. Now, this is an option. So I have pipe cleaners. If you want your arms flexible, bendable, you could do this. If not, you can just keep going. So if I wanted to put a pipe cleaner in here, this is where I would do it. I would just stick it in, or if you want to do it the other way, you can put it in and then sew around it. But me, I don't want pipe cleaners in this one. So I am just going to continue to sew up my arm. Whoops. I'm down to my last 2 stitches. Okay, so I sewed up my arm. So now you have pretty handy dandy arm here. And then I'm just going to gently weave in my end tail, because you don't need this tail anymore. You don't need your yarn tail anymore. So if you wanted, you can just cut off right now. And cut this one off, because you won't be needing that anymore. So if this was my color, and I would have my guy here, how I sew mine together is I would start at the top, here where the tail was coming out, and I would just, if I had my 2 panels together, I would sew down to about here. Then I would put my arm in, and I would sew it pretty good. Then I'd continue whip stitching my way down. Then, if this was my leg, I would sew till about here, the 2 panels together. Then I'd put my leg in. Then I would sew a little bit more. And you want to even space them out. So, I mean, if you want your cuddler to, have bigger legs, you don't even have to do this part. You could just let it flat, which is what I did for my blue and yellow one. But then I would sew my leg, I would sew it in here, and then I would figure out where my arm was, and I would sew up this side and put my arm in, sew it in, and continue going. Now the blue one, Jesus, he's coming back. My blue and yellow one, I gave him hair. That one I did not give hair to, but it's an option. I just gave him some little tufts on the head. So I know that was a long talk about my cuddlers that I make. If you have any other questions, you can email me at acraftycrocheter1991 @gmail.com. If you have any questions, please, send them to me. So that's how I make my cuddlers. I'm gonna turn you back up here. That's how I make my cuddlers. I just make 2 flat panels. You can even do curlicues as arms and legs. You can, knit You can crochet a flat piece, or make 2 panels if you want them sturdier. You can, do 5 or do like 9 or 8 or 9 stitches and just make 2 panels and sew them together. You can pretty much use any kind of legs and arms you want. It's your cuddler. You do what you want. You have amigurumi books. You could find arms and legs in those. Like, I thought about making the whole yellow one and making a beak. Just make it 2 yellow square panels. I have a duck in one of my books, and I was gonna use, the nose out of the book and the legs out of the book, and how you can, sorry, my language, you can even use the wings out of the arms out of your book, and just make a square duck. It's your cuddler. You do what you want to do. You can even look on YouTube or Pinterest and find different arms, find different legs. You can even make yours have socks or shoes or anything. You can do anything you want with your cuddler. Me, I like simple things. I like things that you don't have to think about very much. Like, I can make 3 panels if I'm sitting down watching TV at night. Okay, 3 panels, that's a cuddler and a half. Then all I have to do is figure out what arms and legs I want and what I want the facial features to be, and what color eyes I want it to be. Like I said, it's your cuddler. You do what you want to do. You can make them into monsters. You can make them have, instead of having little tufts of hair, you can have them have spikes. Find a diamond, find a dinosaur pattern, free dinosaur pattern, and make the spikes and put on them. You can make different parts of other amigurumis and put them on these cuddlers. That is how universal it is. Like I said, you can make any kind of cuddler you want. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. Okay, I'm getting off my soapbox. I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to get this video uploaded. And remember, you can send me an email at craftycrocheter1991 @gmail.com. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll tell you how you can make them. Or you can just, maybe one of these days I'll actually do a video of showing how to do them. Today was just an explanation of how I do them. I showed you an option for an arm and a leg. I might not do that this time. I might not do that with this one. I don't know yet. It's basically an open book. You just have to figure out what you want it to look like. So, like I said, I'm going to get off my soapbox. I'm going to let you guys go. And I hope everybody has a great week. It is Monday today. So, I hope everybody has a great week. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.